Alright, YouTubers, this kickstand with Ranch Productions. What we got here today is a right thumbstick off a Kubota U35 mini excavator. This would be your horn and your left and right switch to run your auxiliary flow on your boom, or your stick actually, to run your auxiliary hydraulics. On ours, this is running our hydraulic thumb, open and close. On the back is to switch your full flow or intermediate flow, or whatever you want to program on your computer. I read a lot of things online. People had problems with their thumb not staying in the closed or open position. You go to grab something, release it, and you'd be swinging, and then the hydraulics would start to drift open again and drop whatever you got in the bucket. It wasn't much stuff fixes people were doing. People were replacing the electronic computer in the dash and everything. So what I did is we put a brand new one on, but I did do a fix on this one and it worked. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. I got all the screws already taken out of this joystick, which I removed it from the hydraulic arm that connects to. It's just a pin and it pulls out. I took it out here. What you do, get all this apart. And by the way, you got to buy this whole thing from Kubota. You can't just buy just this little electronic switch or just a little rocker switch. So what you got here, if you can see that, there's two screws here. You just take this out. Take this out real quick here. Japs sure know how to build stuff. This got 2,000 hours on this switch and it started going bad on us. Or going bad prior to us owning it. So, there's a couple little springs, a little detent balls in here. Once we take these out, I'll show what we're looking at. Slip that wire through there. They had some glue on there. I had this off already. You slide this back. There's going to be some springs. You don't want to lose them springs. If you don't know if you can see that little spring there, you get in there and reach out this little plastic plunger. Take out. I've cleaned this already and put a little graphite on it, on each side. There's another one. You gotta reach in there and get that. They'll get stuck in there, just get a little O-ring pick and pull them out. But what happens is that spring is making a connection, grounding connection on this metal plate vices. That's why there's a electrical connection on there. And inside the switch, it's on the positive side. Basically, this little tip plunger there pushes in. Can't really see in there, probably on the camera, but inside there it's pushing on another detent. Alright, well, I took it apart because when we were running it, we could tell that the rocker switch was a little bit loose on one side. So what I did is I took these springs off. I cleaned everything up because it was pretty dusty in there, and like I said, put a little graphite dust in there. And I pulled these springs apart. I stretched them out and then cleaned them all up, put these back in there, because now they're not getting stuck, they're actually floating. What I think what was happening is there was one that was dustier than the others, and it was causing it to hang up. So you'd hang one way, well, it would sit there and go back and forth till you shut the unit off, and then it would work. So it worked for a couple more minutes, and then it would go revert back to just on its own. It would just go crazy. And there's a lot of questions online about these, and I even heard the dealership people couldn't even figure out what was wrong with it. And it's a simple fix. I just took this apart. I like to tinker with electronics. I took this apart and found this out real quick and had this back up and running temporarily until we ordered a new one. Now you probably could get by. You could have run this for another 500 hours for the switch going out, but we like to just put new stuff in, but a lot of people don't like to. So I figured I'd do this YouTube video on how to fix this. This might not fix everybody's problem, but it looks like online majority of these is the same kind of issue, or pretty close issue. Some people issue where it would only close, it wouldn't stay open, vice versa, which could be left or right on the thumbstick, you know. So we had issues with both at one point in time. You put this back together. Since I had to cut this little silicone, you could put another little bit more silicone back on there. That's to keep the weather out. Ours is on an open cab, so you probably would want to, but I didn't because I knew we were ordering a new one. You just slide that back like that. Put your screws back together. I'm not going to put all these screws back in for the video. Nobody wants to watch people put screws in, but I want to let you show you this. I found here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this joystick is made by Kawasaki. Even though this has been put on a Kubota excavator, I bet you Kawasaki makes a lot of the thumbsticks for excavators. But you get that all bolted back together and hook it back up, and I guarantee you that's going to take care of some of your issues. So that's Kickstand from Ranch Productions. If that video helped you out, subscribe to me, and I can start posting more heavy equipment and farm equipment videos. Thank you very much.